Hi guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name is Bailey and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my Kindle Paperwhite. This is, I think, a 2022 version because right now it's January 2023, but I got this for Christmas, and so I'm doing a 1 month review of things that I like about it, things that I don't, and different features about it that I enjoy and appreciate. So I'm going to start by saying that I didn't originally want a Kindle for Christmas. I didn't think that I would want it because I was really primarily just reading on my phone, and I know like a lot of people don't like that, but genuinely I was just trying to save money and not have to buy the paperback versions of books. And so I was reading on my phone, and then my husband was like, do you think you would want a Kindle? And I was like, I don't know, maybe. So I ended up getting one for Christmas, and I have absolutely loved it since then. Like in the past month, I think I've read maybe like 4 or 5 books on this, and it's just been the best. I think that it's just so convenient. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the pros. I have made a list on my phone, so let me go through these. The first pro is that I feel like I can read so much faster on this. Of course, I feel like reading on my phone already had the benefit of just being able to swipe the page, but especially like reading physical books versus reading on this, it is just so easy. So how you do it is, it kind of like always has ads playing on here. You click this bottom button to turn it on, and then it says waking up, and then it says swipe up to unlock. So I swipe up to unlock, and this opens on the book that I'm reading right now, which is the cheat sheet. And so you can just see, like, I can just swipe over, and it's super easy to read, super quick. I love that about it. The other thing that's amazing about this is that I haven't charged this in probably 2.5 to 3 weeks, and you can see right here that it still has 38% battery, which honestly is insane because I've used it almost every day since then. The battery life is just amazing. I just love that I don't have to charge it every day. It's not like my Apple Watch or my phone where I'm just always having to charge it. So that's really great, convenient for on the go. If you forget your charger, you go to the beach for a week, forget your charger, like you're probably fine because this thing can hold so much battery. It's amazing. The next pro is that it doesn't burn my eyes at night. What I have it on right now, it has no backlight. So if I go to the top and I swipe down like this, you can see the settings right here of brightness and warmth. And so I can up the brightness all the way. Let's see. That's the brightness up all the way, and then here's the warmth too. You can see how it looks different. I would never need to turn up the brightness that high in the daytime because this is what it looks like with no backlight, which is so nice on my eyes. I feel like so often I get headaches from just, looking at your phone or looking at like computer screen because I'm a photographer, so I do a lot of editing on my laptop. So this is just so amazing. I really love that. And also there is a dark mode up here. So if I click the dark mode, you can see, let me go to a book. You can see how it's just dark with the white writing, which is amazing. I love that for at nighttime. That brings me to another pro, which is that I can read at night in bed. If both of our lights are off and I'm just laying there in bed, something I love is that I can just, lay on my side and read this and just have the brightness on like 4 or 5, and it's still super manageable screen wise. It doesn't hurt my eyes at all. It's just so nice and soft, and also you can turn up the warmth, which I feel like makes it a lot easier on your eyes as well. Something that I like about having the warmth option is that like I can go in our bedroom and it can be kind of dark in there, so I can turn up the brightness a little bit, but then I can turn up the warmth too, and it makes it look like if I didn't have the brightness on at all, if that makes sense. So I really like that. The next pro is that I don't have to buy every physical book. This I feel like saves so much money, whether you want to do Kindle Unlimited, whether you want to do the Libby app, buying ebooks, or just a combination of all of them. I feel like in the long run, if it's that versus having to buy every single physical copy of books you're reading, you're gonna save so much money. And another thing that I love about this is that if you've never heard of the Libby app, it is amazing. It's basically kind of like an online library of sorts with ebooks and audiobooks. Mainly ebooks is what I use it for, but I have also listened to audiobooks on there as well. And if you have a library card to your local library, then you can enter that information on the Libby app and you get access to everything that your local library has, from ebooks to audiobooks, and it's different for every library. It's also different for how many books you can check out a month, as well as how many holds you can have at a time. And it works like a physical library in that they only have like a certain number of copies, and if they're all being used, then you can get on like a waiting list, and that's what the holds are. My library, I think I can check out like 10 books per month, and I can also have up to 10 holds at a time, which that's kind of annoying because some books are super popular, like for example the ACOTAR series. It has like a super long wait, like 20 weeks or something like that. But the good thing about having all of the holds is that I feel like once you reach like 10 holds or whatever your library's limit is, then you're kind of like always getting one. I haven't had a problem yet. Of course, it's been 1 month, but I haven't had a problem yet with like not having something to read. So I really love that. Another great thing about the Kindle is that if you buy it on Amazon, I don't know about anywhere else, but I know on Amazon it was offering 3 months free of Kindle Unlimited, so I'm doing the 3 months free right now, and I've been loving that. I will say though, and this kind of goes in my cons, but I'm just gonna touch on it right now, Kindle Unlimited doesn't have the most options when it comes to books, but still I really like having the option of having that subscription to where even if like I was paying for it, it would still be worth it. If I was reading like 1 book per month, that's basically the equivalent of buying a book, because I think it's like $11. But I will say about the Libby app, someone in my comments on my unboxing my Kindle video said this, so I looked it up just to double check, and I think that it's only available to read your Libby books on your Kindle in the US. But I'll show you guys real quick how you get to do that. So I recently had a hold on A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and it became available, so I haven't transferred it to my Kindle yet. So here's what the app looks like, and I'm just gonna click read with, and then I click Kindle right here, and it takes me to this Amazon page, and then I just click get library book, and then it says sending, and then it says thank you, your loan will expire on this day. So now I'm gonna go to my Kindle, picking it up from where I left off, turning off dark mode so I can see a little better. And then when I go to my library, in just a minute it'll pop up on here just automatically, which is so great, and then you can just read it on your Kindle like normal. And you can see here in the middle, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder popped up on there just automatically. And then I always return the book on, if I finish it early, then I return it on the Libby app, but if I don't finish it early, then it'll automatically return, or if you just forget. But I like to do that, especially for books that I was on a hold for. If I finish it early, then I'll return it so it can go ahead and go to the next person. The next pro, and I feel like this is kind of more specific to me, is that I can hold it with one hand. So most of my life, people make fun of me because they say my hands are really small, and it's true, they are really small. I was kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to hold it all the way, but I know they do make like pop sockets you can just stick on the back of your Kindle, so I might do that, but I can hold it with one hand. It's super easy. It's just so convenient, super lightweight, and I love that aspect of it. Just like easy to travel with, easy to take somewhere. You can just pop it in your purse or whatever you're carrying. And the last thing in my pros is that there's a built-in dictionary, which I really appreciate because I feel like I'm always coming across words that I don't know. So all you have to do is you just hold down a word. Drooling is what that one is. And then the dictionary just pops up right there. And I just love that because it is super easy. You can highlight, you can do notes, you can share, you can search, all of that kind of stuff, which is great. And before I get into my cons, I wanted to just touch on a few more features that I really like and appreciate about the Kindle. So I already mentioned the night mode, which is really great. Use that at night all the time. And also if you just liked night mode, you could use it during the day as well. And I also mentioned the warmth, which is really nice. I just feel like it's a lot easier on my eyes. I will say though that the warmth only works with the light on, and maybe that's kind of obvious, but I just want to say that because if there's no like backlight, then there's nothing to warm up. I also really love the percent at the bottom that it shows. It's the percent, how far you are in the book. I really like that. I also really like at the bottom of the whatever chapter you're on, whatever page you're on, it learns your reading speed and then it estimates how much time's left in the chapter, which I really like, and I think that's really cool. You can also set it to where in the bottom left corner of the screen, you can change it to where it's the time left in the book versus the time left in the chapter. I just think that's really cool that it learns your reading speed. Another thing that I like is the Kindle that I have is a 16 gigabyte, and I was reading earlier and it was saying that you can have like thousands of books on your Kindle at a time and still like not run out of space. So that's really great. I don't expect that I'll ever have that many because like with Libby, you check it out and then you give it back to them, and with Kindle Unlimited, I'm not sure like how long I'll have that or if I'll like keep them in my library after I've read them. But still, just to know that basically I'm not going to run out of space unless I saw that they said if you have like comics or something like that, then that can run out of space more quickly. But I'm not planning on having any comics on mine, so it's good to know that I can basically have kind of like an unlimited number of books and not really ever have to worry about running out of space. One feature that I want to mention is the glare. You can kind of see it right here, and it's supposed to be glare free, but I haven't really read outside, honestly, so I don't know 100% if it's like really bad in the sun or not, but you can see it there. Just like it does have a little bit of a glare, but it's nothing like if you try to take your laptop or your phone outside, like a Mac or your iPhone or something, where it's like you almost can't see anything. This is definitely more of like a blurred glare, if that makes sense. Like I can definitely still read and see it, even if I'm like kind of holding it toward the light right now, the window's right there. Like I wouldn't have a single problem doing that. And even if I have the brightness on, like I can totally see completely fine, so I'm not worried about there being a glare. Even if there is like a little bit of a glare, it doesn't inhibit me from being able to read outside. I'm gonna move on to my cons now. I have 5 cons, and even though there's 5, none of them are like strong enough to make me not want a Kindle, or I don't think that you should let any of these make you not want a Kindle as well, because these are just like little things I feel like they can improve on in the future with new models, but the pros far outweigh the cons. So the first con is the thing that I mentioned. When I turn off the Kindle, I guess maybe putting it in sleep mode, it has these ads on here, and it's just like, I think they're just Amazon ads for books that they want you to read. It's like, based on this book that you read, here's a recommendation. I've never used any of the recommendations. Most of the time, it's just like weird covers with guys, shirtless guys, which I don't really like. Like looking over and just seeing that, I don't really like that. So most of the time I just turn it upside down if I'm not using it, and it's fine. I think you can pay to have them removed like a certain amount a month, but I'm just like, of course Amazon would do that because they're always trying to think of ways to make more money. The next con is that this Kindle gets fingerprints so easily, and there's no like good way to clean them, just like wiping it off. I usually just use a blanket or something. The blanket leaves streaks too, which I really don't like, but I haven't really looked up like a way to fix that. So, you know, there might be an easy solution. It's just kind of annoying, kind of like how Macs are the same way. Like my Mac laptop is similar, how like it gets fingerprints so easy, and that's just honestly like an annoying thing, but definitely not a deal breaker. The next thing is something that I touched on earlier as well. Kindle Unlimited doesn't have very many popular books. My TBR is probably like 100 books long, and I went through and looked to see if Kindle Unlimited had any of them, because I was going to try to read all the books that I want off of Kindle Unlimited before my 3-month trial runs out. There's probably like 3 or 4 books out of 100, and the ones that I get are like popular recommendations from book YouTubers that I like, and so there are definitely more like popular books, and that was just really surprising to me because so many people rave about Kindle Unlimited. Maybe I just am not searching for the right books, because I'm sure, you know, if people love it, then they've got to have some good books. The next con is that this can be pretty slow. Not in that like it takes a really long time for stuff to load, but just in the way that like with your phone, it's just like so quick. You click on a button, it immediately opens the app. You click on something else, it just like immediately does it. And with this, I feel like there's a lag with everything that I do. Like every time that I press something, and like when I'm dragging the brightness, it like doesn't pick up my finger. And again, maybe that's an easy fix. Like maybe I don't have like a sensitivity feature turned on, but that's just what I've found. If you guys know of any way to fix that, let me know, because it's kind of frustrating, but not a deal breaker. And the last con that I have is that at the bottom left of the book, when you're reading it, it doesn't have the option to see how many pages you have left in the chapter, which I feel like is so silly, because that's like the main thing that I want. I do appreciate that I can see how many minutes are left in the chapter, and because of the font size that I like, usually I'm reading like a little bit faster than a page a minute, so I can kind of gauge based on that. Sometimes I just want to see how many pages I have left instead of how many minutes I have left. But overall, I am obsessed with my Kindle. I love it. I am gonna continue to read on it all the time. I don't know if I'll keep Kindle Unlimited once my trial runs out. I think that just depends on like if I find more books that I want to read on there. If so, then I might continue it, but I'll keep you updated in that. But if you are wanting a Kindle, I think this is a great option. I think this would be definitely worth it, and it'll help you read more. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope that this has been helpful for you if you're thinking about getting a Kindle or thinking about which one that you want. Again, this is the Kindle Paperwhite version, 2022, 16 gigabyte. It's great and I love it. So go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you aren't already for more videos like this. I'm so appreciative of you watching, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. Bye!